Black Lives Matter globally raised over $1 billion, and they used any of that money to combat modern slavery. As you said, there's still sort of child slaves digging up, or child workers digging up cobalt. In India, there's slaves essentially working in sweatshops where if they run away, they get their legs broken and dragged back in. There's slaves still in the UK, mainly sort of in car washing jobs, or unfortunately sex slaves. There's still a massive African slave trade in the Middle Eastern world. And it's hugely concerning, actually, that none of this money has been used to actually help end modern slavery, which I think would be a much better tribute to those who were enslaved 200 years ago than people getting upset. And what was at the moment, the Royal Mail's painted letterboxes black. You know, it's ridiculous.
Now, let's put it this way. For Black Lives Matter, slavery doesn't matter unless the persecutor is a white person. Black Lives Matter is a racist organisation. They're an anti-white racist organisation. If we want to talk about slavery, the word slave comes from the word Slav. That's because in 1,000 years ago, the vast majority of people who were slaves were Slavs, and that's where we get the word slave from. My ancestors in Ireland were kidnapped and turned into slaves by black Africans from Berber. We've had slaves in the Roman Empire. There's been slaves everywhere. And that's not to take away from the atrocities committed against black people who were slaves. Not at all. But if Black Lives Matter cared about slavery today, you're right, they would be looking at Pakistan, they'd be looking at China, they'd be looking at Africa, they'd be looking in Leicester at the sweatshops. You know, there is slavery in the world today, but none of that slavery is important because it's not committed by white people. And that is how you know Black Lives Matter is a racist organisation. There's lots of things we need to improve in this country and around the world. And we're painting letterboxes. We're painting 4 letterboxes in the country black. And, you know, I honestly believe that's going to change the lives now of 84,000 black people in this country. They're waking up today going, that's a power blow. My life is going to be better now. What we should do is improve the education for some of the black boys in our schools so they can learn to write better, so they can write a letter and use a bloody post box to post it instead of pointing it black in the first place. Absolutely virtue signaling of the highest order that achieves absolutely nothing. A waste of energy, time and money